going on, guys? I have a very exciting training for you guys today. What we're going to talk about is Instagram ads and how they've helped me scale my coaching business from around $750,000 close to $2 million within the course of a year. So in 2021, we were purely doing organic. This was coming from inbound applications, DM outreach, and all warm traffic through my Instagram, purely working with VAs, just reaching out to people, having conversations. And I joined a $50,000 mastermind and I learned how to install an Instagram DM funnel into my PTBI coaching business. And within a year, we went from $750,000 to $1.8 million in sales, like more than doubling our business just from using this strategy. And since then, we've been able to scale to a team from a team of 4 to now a team of 15 just using this strategy. So I'm really going to peel back the curtain here and show you everything that we're doing and how it will work for you. Now, also, not only did it help us go from 750,000 to 1.8 million in sales, it's also helped our client Francis Rancis go from $10,000 a month to now over $40,000 a month in his coaching business following this same exact strategy. And the beautiful news is he's only spending $3,000 a month in ads. So imagine spending $3,000 and getting $40,000 in return every single month. But the process can be a little bit complicated. I'm going to walk you guys through the strategy on what we do. But if you guys need help installing this into your fitness business and you would like some coaching along the way, send me a message on Instagram and say takeover, and I'll work with you one-on-one to install this system into your coaching business and provide the coaching so you can see success long-term. Without further ado, let's go ahead and open up the system so I can show you exactly how this works. Now, the first thing I want to show you here is our tracking system. That way you can see, exactly the results. I don't know why it looks funky right here, but essentially this is where we track our ad spend. It's where we track our KPIs. It's where we track the results that we get. So this is our 2023 tracker. You can see here that the total amount that we spent in 2023 was about $378,000. I'm rounding up here. Technically $377,000, but if you round up, it's $378,000. So that's how much we spent on this funnel in 2023. Now, out of that funnel, you can see that we got 27,000 leads over the course of that year. And you can see that we booked 1,300 calls, sales calls. This isn't disco calls. We actually booked 3,000 disco calls from this funnel in 2023. But you can see that we booked 1,300 sales calls from this funnel. 900 of those calls showed up and we closed around 200 people from this funnel. From this funnel, you can see that the revenue that we generated was around $1.3 million just from this funnel alone. Now in 2023, we did come close to 2 million. It was around 1.85. So the extra 500,000 came from organic. It came from inbound. It came from outbound. It came from elsewhere outside of this specific funnel. But our revenue alone from this funnel was around $1.3 million. This number right here is how much cash we collected up front. So obviously not everyone pays in full. So you can see, let's say that can't see what month this is, but this month we generated $168,000 in revenue, but we collected $95,000 of that in cash. So that's how much cash hit the bank. And this is how much is collected over time on payment plans, etc. So front end cash collected when we signed up the people was around $771,000. And then back end total value of the contract that we collected, on payment plans was $1.3 million. Now, the beautiful thing is our revenue profit was $1 million. So we profited $1 million off of this funnel alone. And then front end cash profit was around $393,000. So our total ROI on revenue was around 277%, right? And then our total ROI on cash was 110%. And you can see here, we have every single month breakdown. So in January last year, we spent $32,000 and we made $160,000 back. In February, we spent $27,000 and we made $140,000 back. March, we spent $41,000. We made $164,000 back. April, I think April was a tougher month. We spent $26,000 and we made $92,000 back. May, we spent $26,000 and we made $80,000 back. June was was 40,000 and we made $128,000 back. So you guys get the picture. It's very, very profitable. It's made us a lot of money, and this works for fitness coaches as well. Now, let's go ahead and break down the actual process and the actual funnel. So what this is, it's an Instagram DM funnel. So you need to set up Ads Manager. And if you guys are curious on how you can set this up for your business, like I mentioned, I work with clients one-on-one and I set this system up in their business to walk them through it, get them results. For our clients, they're spending around $3,000 a month in ads and they're making about $40,000 back, which is absolutely incredible. And so essentially you can see here, we have our ads, and the ads are set up to messages on Instagram. So this is where they're set up. We have the campaign, the objective is engagement. And when you go over to the ad set, we set up the ads to make sure that we're only receiving messages on Instagram. We keep the targeting pretty broad just because in Facebook's AI is now really good in the sense that just based off the words that you say in the ads and the words that are the subtitles that are on the ad as well, Facebook can pretty much pick up on, who this ad is for and put it in the right places. We target people who are 25 to 35. We put manual placements on Instagram only. And then over here in the ad set, this is where we set up the ad. We do single image. We have multiple different ads running, and I'll show you guys what the actual ad is. You put the text for the ad here. You create the template that you want them to say. So we always say, send me the message PTBI to receive our free training. And the automatic response that goes out, it says, hey, thank you so much. Oops, I don't know what happened there. It says, thank you so much. What's your email? We'll send you the training. Again, we will show you exactly what the scripting looks like in the DMs in just a second, but that's pretty much it. It's super easy to set up. I'm not even the most well-versed in Facebook ads. I just know that this funnel crushes it for us. It crushes it for our clients, and it's super, super simple to set up. So that's pretty much the funnel. Facebook right now is acting a little bit funky. Typically, we're getting anywhere between $10 to $20 cost per message, which is essentially cost per lead, but there's a glitch going on right now. So these cost per leads aren't accurate. They're showing that it's a lot lower than it actually is when this isn't true. But typically what we're looking for our coaching business is around $10 to $20 cost per lead. And then anyone for the fitness space, we're looking anywhere between $1 to $3 cost per lead. So people who are fitness coaches, they're able to get leads a lot cheaper. And so it is very, very profitable for them. But that's pretty much the ads manager here. You do need to make sure that your business manager is set up. You do need to make sure that your Facebook and Instagram account is connected to your business manager. You do need to make sure that you have an ad account that is in good standing, it's not disabled, and that the ad account is connected to your business manager as well. So that's step number one. Now, once these ads are going, you want to actually make sure that you have the ad. So this is pretty much a general look at what our ad looks like. It says, hey, if you're a personal trainer, you're looking for this result, we have a free training that we'd like to send you that's helped our students hit this result. Now, all you got to do to get this training is send me the DM and we'll send you the training for free. That's really as simple as it is. And so for our fitness clients, it's, hey, are you enter your ideal client that's looking for enter your result? I created a free training that's going to show you how you can achieve this result just like our clients. If you want to receive this free training, send me the message X and I'll send it to you for free in the DMs. It's super, super simple. But what I will say is that your training and your lead magnet and the ad make a massive difference in the result that you get from your leads, right? So Francis, for example, who's currently spending $3,000, making $40,000 back, he had a very general lead magnet saying, hey, if you want to lose fat this summer, send you the training. And his results weren't that great. And the thing is his lead magnet was too generalized. The leads that he was getting in weren't his ideal clients. They weren't good fits, but he did change his lead magnet to, if you are an experienced gym goer looking to take your fitness journey to the next level, send me a message and I'll give you your macros for free. And so he created a lead magnet that teaches people how to calculate their macros on their own. And what this did is it targeted more advanced gym goers, which were his ideal client, and his inbox was flooded with ideal clients. And so just know that your training and your lead magnet does absolutely make a difference when it comes to generating the right leads online. So it's not like Facebook ads works or doesn't work. It's that your ad and your lead magnet makes a massive difference to the response that you get running these ads. Now, what happens here when someone actually sent me the message? You'll see here that people, this is all within the last 20 minutes. People are messaging me. This is within the last 20 minutes. People are messaging me. We no longer have to do cold outreach. We no longer have to do any sort of outbound, which we still do, but we don't have to because now leads are coming to us, right? If you go over and look into my general, you can see that within the last few hours, let's just say the last 24 hours, just look at how many messages we're getting on a daily basis of people who are messaging us, telling us that they're interested in what we have to offer. This essentially has blown up our business because leads are no longer an issue. We have people messaging us, so many leads that I can't even keep up with the conversations that we're having. So I have to hire 2 team members to manage my DMs, have conversations with people and get them booked in for calls, right? So there's 2 people in my DMs at all times that are constantly booking calls. Now we're booking anywhere between 20 to 30 calls a day. Most people are lucky if they book 20 to 30 calls a month. We're booking 20 to 30 calls a day, right? Which is awesome. Because we're booking 20 to 30 calls a day, that's too many calls for me to take myself, right? I like to take naps, I like to go to the gym, I like to read. I don't want to be taking 20, 30 calls a day. So I have to hire team members to take those calls. And so we have a fully built front-end sales team that are talking to these leads, getting them booked in, closing them. And it's a really awesome system, right? So I just want to show you an example of these conversations. Okay, so here's a prime example of how this works. They send us the message PTBI, which tells us that they're interested in receiving the training and potentially interested in starting their own online coaching business. And so for the very first thing that we say is what's your email? We'll send you the training. And I'm going to show you guys what this training is in just a second. And then once they send us the email, we send them the training. Now they're in their DMs and our team is trained to book these leads for discovery calls, which gets them into our sales process. So says, no, I'm just getting started. Perfect. Are you getting certified? Do you train people already? I'm looking at certifications right now, seeing which one has more credentials. Have you considered online? Yes. Hey, we actually help people get started with online coaching. Do you mind if I explain it a little bit further? And I said, and we say, hey, this is typically what we do. We help trainers get started with their business. We scale them to 6 figures. This is our process, blah, 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 blah. If you want to read this, you can. Does it all make sense? She says, yes, it does. Like, perfect. I'd love to schedule a call with you and someone in my team to explain it further. How does that sound? She says, hey, that works for me. So we haven't gotten back to this person yet, but at this step, we're going to book them in for a call. And so we're having conversations like this all day long. And Facebook ads and Instagram ads is what's bringing these leads in consistently. And it's beautiful. We send them a training, which is essentially a 50-minute VSL that talks about who we are, who this training's for, talks about, their goals that they might have. It introduces them into the world of online training. So if they're not quite familiar with online training, we introduce them to what online training is, some of the common challenges that people might have when it comes to getting started on their own. And we share with them, client success, client testimonials, case studies. We show videos of our live events and we introduce them to broken models that they might actually find themselves in right now, which is why they're not seeing results. And we introduce them to our model and how we help people get results. Now, the beautiful thing with this training is that it's extremely valuable for the person who's watching it because number one, if they're not looking for a mentor or program, they at least get education on the industry about online coaching and how they can start this process on their own, because we literally break down the process of how to get started with online coaching and how to scale their business to $20,000, $30,000 per month. But number two, if they are looking for mentorship, then they become more familiar with PTBI and what we have to offer and how our program works. And they can become very, very interested in joining our program. Now, at the end of the training, we shower them with client results, client testimonials to show that our process works and our program is a success, right? We go over common objections that people might have, and then we break down our actual program and introduce them into the community, introduce them to our coaches, and talk about the next steps of, hey, if this is a good fit for you, this is how to get started. So the beautiful thing about this is that sometimes we will send this training video out to people and they won't respond to us in the DMs, but they'll watch this video and a week later, they'll say, hey, I just watched the video. I want to get started, right? So this video essentially brings them fully up to speed from not knowing who we are whatsoever to having a full understanding as to who PTBI is, how we help, and how we can get them started. And it gets them sold into the program and it makes our sales process a lot easier. Now below, we have videos of our retreats, our in-person events. We have a ton of client testimonials. We have, client success interviews. We also have a lot of social proof our clients with, their 10K month plaques, screenshots of clients winning. And so there's just a ton of social proof on this page. So anyone who watches this video and goes through this process is no longer going to have any skepticism about PTBI and what we do. So that's pretty much the process from start to finish. And the beautiful thing is, if someone's interested and they don't watch the video, that's totally fine, because we'll get them on a call and introduce them to the program and make sure that they watch the video before the sales call. Or if they're not interested in getting on the call, then we'll send them the video, and that will get them interested to get on the call. So this is literally the process that's allowed our business to go from $750,000 to $1.8 million within the course of a year. So this process works exactly the same for online fitness coaches. We've installed this into many different coaches' programs. I've given group speeches on how to install this system. So if you guys are interested in using this system on how it can help you scale your business, it's perfect, because if you're making $3,000 to $5,000 a month, but your bottleneck is lead generation. Let's say the number one problem that you face in your business is that you just don't have enough leads. And because you don't have enough leads, you're not able to build up the recurring income for you to scale and build the team. Well, then by installing a Facebook ad funnel like this, or an Instagram DM funnel like this, it will bring you leads every single day. And then you can turn those leads into paying clients. And once you have enough paying clients, then you can reinvest that into more leads, or you can start to hire team members to manage the leads for you so you can build team and system. So I'll show you what that team and system looks like for us. If you go over to our Google Calendar, right? This is just a snapshot of the week. I have my entire team's calendar over here. So everything in blue is my calendar, but you can see we have, VAs and people in our DMs 7 days a week. So people are literally having conversations with our leads right now as we speak. It is currently Saturday at 11:53, and we're doing lead gen right now because we have so many Facebook ad leads that are constantly coming in. So we have 2 people booking calls in the DMs. Now, when they book calls for our set team, which is Liz, Josh, Lanessa, and Zakk. And so you can see just within 1 week, this is just 1 week's worth of calls that we've booked from Instagram DMs. Now, if we go back a couple weeks, you can see that every single week is packed out, right? Look at this. This is crazy. This is insane. These are good. Like every single day we have, 20 to 30 calls. And then if we go to our sales calls, what happens is our triage team, the setter team, will qualify these leads. They'll tell them a little bit more about our program. They will determine whether or not the person's a good fit. And if they are a good fit, they'll book them on with our sales team. And you can see our sales team is taking a handful of calls every single day as well, right? So this is the week that just passed. This was last week. This is the week before. This is the week before that. This is the week, a couple weeks before that. So you can see we're fully booked all the time. And it's all because we have consistent leads from our business, right? And then if you want to look at our back-end team, right, our success team with our coaches, you can see Jen, Katha, Megan, these are all one-on-one calls that we have with our client. And so you can see our team is fully stacked, fully operational. We're always have calls on the calendar. We always have sales calls on the calendar. We always have clients in our system as well. And it's all because of this funnel. So guys, I hope you guys learned something. I hope you guys get inspired by this. If you guys want my help to install this funnel into your business, all you got to do is send me the message takeover on Instagram, and I will work with you one-on-one to install this funnel to help you build your team so you can have a business that's working for you 7 days a week. With that being said, we'll catch you guys in the next training. Peace.